The January 2025 California wildfires have left a trail of destruction in their wake. Early estimates paint a grim picture of the economic fallout, with figures ranging from $135 billion to a staggering $150 billion. AccuWeather in India. Today, along with the Washington Post, have all reported on this devastating economic toll. To put this in perspective, this disaster could surpass even Hurricane Helene, which caused an estimated $225 to $250 billion in damages, as the costliest wildfire in U.S. history. The fires, concentrated in densely populated areas like Malibu and the Pacific Palisades, have ravaged homes, businesses, and essential infrastructure. The impact extends far beyond property damage. Lost wages, healthcare costs from fire-related injuries, and supply chain disruptions all contribute to the ballooning economic burden. The human cost is immeasurable, but the financial cost is coming into focus, and it is staggering. These fires are a stark reminder of the growing economic threat posed by climate change. The increasing frequency and intensity of extreme weather events like wildfires are putting immense strain on economies and communities. The January 2025 fires are not merely a California story, but a harbinger of the interconnected challenges we face in an era of climate instability. While the full economic impact is still being assessed, early estimates suggest insured losses could exceed $20 billion, according to J.P. Morgan analyst Jimmy Buller, as reported by the Washington Post. This figure, while substantial, highlights a crucial issue: the limits of insurance in the face of such widespread devastation. Many homeowners and businesses may find themselves underinsured or facing lengthy battles with insurance companies. Reuters reports that preliminary estimates put insured losses at over $3 billion. This discrepancy underscores the difficulty in accurately assessing damage in the immediate aftermath of a disaster. Insurance companies are bracing for a significant financial hit, and the ripple effects will likely be felt throughout the industry. Premiums are expected to rise, potentially making insurance unaffordable for those most vulnerable to future disasters. The insurance industry plays a vital role in disaster recovery, but these events expose its limitations. As climate change fuels more frequent and intense disasters, the insurance model itself may need to be reevaluated. The ability to insure against such catastrophic losses is becoming increasingly challenging, raising questions about how we manage and mitigate risk in a rapidly changing world. Several factors have converged to create this perfect storm of destruction. Primarily, the fires have ravaged densely populated areas like Malibu and the Pacific Palisades, home to high-value real estate. This concentration of wealth in fire-prone areas has magnified the economic impact. The destruction of thousands of homes, businesses, and critical infrastructure has created a massive rebuilding task. Beyond the immediate damage to physical structures, the economic assessment considers a range of variables. These include healthcare costs for those injured or suffering from smoke inhalation, lost wages for those unable to work, and the disruption of supply chains, which can have far-reaching economic consequences. The fires also necessitate large-scale evacuations, placing additional strain on resources and impacting productivity. The fires, which ignited in early January 2025, were fueled by a combination of extreme drought conditions and powerful Santa Ana winds, as reported by India Today. These winds, notorious for their role in fanning wildfires, have created a tinderbox-like environment, allowing the flames to spread rapidly and overwhelm firefighting efforts. This combination of factors underscores the increasing volatility of our climate and the urgent need for preparedness and mitigation strategies. The immediate aftermath of the fires is only the beginning of a long and arduous recovery process. Beyond the immediate damage, there are numerous long-term impacts to consider. The Washington Post reports that potential damage to power and water infrastructure could have lasting effects on residents and businesses. The risk of water pollution from ash and debris, coupled with the threat of future mudslides in burned-out areas, poses further challenges. The health impacts of the fires are significant. Smoke inhalation can lead to respiratory problems, particularly for vulnerable populations such as children and the elderly. The psychological trauma of displacement and loss will continue to affect individuals and communities long after the flames are extinguished. Addressing these long-term health and psychological needs is crucial for a full recovery. Historical context underscores the growing severity of the wildfire threat. The Camp Fire of 2018 caused $30 billion in damages, while the 2017 Northern California fires resulted in nearly $23 billion in losses. These events, once considered outliers, are becoming increasingly frequent and destructive. As climate change continues to exacerbate drought conditions and create ideal conditions for wildfires, we can expect these events to become even more commonplace and costly.